Hey guys, welcome back. It's Digging with DMP here. We are back in Arkansas, y'all. So we are on our way for this epic dig event with the Crystal Collector and the Eclipse. We are going to Hamilton Hill Mine. It is owned by Avant Mining. This mine is not open to the public. So come along and join us for this adventure and let's see what crystals we can get today. We'll see you there. We're waiting to get up to the mine. So Paul's just digging around. We're doing a little surface hunting here. He already found one like this. And a big old point.
See, honey?
Oh, he just found another one. So we're just surface hunting. And here is the mine. I'm just digging. Wow. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, right on the surface. Right on the surface, didn't even see it. I was blind. Holy crap. He's all surface hunting. He just found this guy. Surface hunting, do you see it, guys? It's right there. Oh, and it's got a rainbow. Look at the rainbow. Awesome. See if we can zoom in here. Alright, so Paul just came up. Look what he found surface hunting. Holy crap. That's a big point. Woohoo. All this is just surface hunting. Not even digging yet. Look what Paul just got. Right on the surface. Holy moly, look at that. It's huge. This on video, but look at. Blue phantom in it. Awesome cluster. Just walking around and saw this beauty. Just laying there. Wow, it's on all sides. Isn't that cool? Wait till we wash it off at home. Oh my god, look at that one. Oh. Crap, that's a big one. OMG. Just turn around again. Oh, look at this. Holy crap. Oh my god. Sorry, I say holy crap a lot, guys. Holy, look at that big mamma jamma. See if we can get this big one out. Somebody got a big one over there, but I don't know what this is.
You see one? Ooh.
I was going to go wash this off at the wash station. awesome. I was going to clean off some of the pieces we just found and see what they look like. Oh, that's very good piece. I think that's the one I just found. Got like red in it.
Oh, it's so bright.
Well, here, let's see.
Yeah.
We'll wash it off better at home. Just show you guys, but this is just a preview. Alright, here's another one that Paul just rinsed off a preview. It looks like a maybe blue phantom. We'll have to see when we get home. We can rinse it off better.
Yeah, that's a beautiful right there.
There's one that Paul got. And there's the other one I found. Clean off better at home. Alright guys, so we're back at home. This is what we all got at the Hamilton Hill dig, the Eclipse dig. Some pretty awesome pieces. So we're going to start off with littlest to biggest. We got some little tiny points here. We got a little tiny tabby. So small. So cool. And some other little tiny points, even tiny little micro there. See that little tiny guy down there? And I'm just going to kind of scan the table here, guys, and show you some of the better points that we got. Getting a little bit bigger. Got some really interesting little points here. We got some kind of like just chunks, not quite points. Still pretty awesome though. You got this like really interesting, that like the clay trapped inside, so it's got like that orange kind of appearance. Got like some flat tabbies there on top of each other. It's really interesting. So we got some really skinny clear points. Look at that, like inclusion in there. Some rainbows. Looks like ice. This one had some pretty cool rainbows in it too. Let's see if the camera... Yep, see there's the rainbow there. Awesome. It's just like a little fragment of a tip, but it's still got that cool rainbow that we love. The rainbow in that tip there too. Look at that. We got this really interesting piece. I'm going to kind of zoom in because it's a really small piece. It reminds me of that like castle or cathedral that they call it. Look at that. You see all those points? It's really interesting. It's just a small little chunk. Isn't that awesome? I mean, the camera does not do this guy justice. Super cool little piece. Those inclusions, look at the rainbow there. This one's got some awesome inclusions. Look at the rainbows. Oh, it's a double rainbow in the middle. You can see it from the back too. Awesome little piece. This one's got rainbows on the bottom, down there. And the inclusions, so cool. Look at that face. It's got that like striations. On the back it's got all those little tiny little quartz crystals. Little tiny babies, that's so cool. They're almost like sugar. You can see that rainbow a little bit better, zoomed in. Got like a tabby attached to it. So cool. Sounds really interesting. Almost looks like a phantom kind of in there. This one has like a perfect face. Look at that. Little chip though there, but still so clear. Oh, rainbows at the base. It's a bigger piece. It's kind of got some of those smaller crystals with that striation. Here's another really clear one, awesome face. It's got that those quartz crystals in the back of it. You can see them just coming through that clear. So clear. Look at these on the back. Oh, those, and you get a little bit of rainbows catching in there. Oh, those little tiny. Awesome. This one's awesome. Big, huge face. Super clear. Bigger point. This one has a lot of inclusions in there, a lot of rainbows reflecting in there. It's a cool little piece. Then we got another clear. Ooh. Really clear. Got the face on that. Got the striations. Got this guy, looks like a ice cube. It's just like the very tip of the point. Some rainbows refracting in there. And it sits up just like perfectly. Awesome little display piece. Got another one with just the tip, kind of damaged. Another bigger point. Got these two interesting pieces. This one's a double or two. Got like almost like a flat tabby coming around the side there. Really interesting how that formed. Looks like a bit of phantom maybe starting in there. Okay, we're going into some bigger pieces. A lot of these we found, these bigger points, just right on the surface. A lot of these were just surface collecting. We tried digging, didn't get a whole lot. But yeah, most of this is surface hunting. Look at that big point, huge. This interesting little cluster here. I tried cleaning it. Probably needs to go and iron out one more time maybe. But I think it looks kind of cool the way it is. This point has a lot of damage, but it gives it character. It's really interesting. It's got like weird, like regrowth formations, and on the back it's got this really awesome little crystals with all these like specks. I'm not sure what mineral that is. It might be maybe the blue phantom, because there is blue phantoms at this mine, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. We did get some pieces of rainbows. But look at that, it is really awesome on the back. Pretty cool piece. This big point, a little bit of damage on it, but still pretty awesome. Look at this point. Chisel tip, huge. Got some key marks on it. It is huge piece, huge. Awesome. Here's a half of a point. It has a key mark on the back, so there was another crystal up against there at one point. Let's see. Pretty awesome point. Here's another really good one. It's got some damage in the tip, but it's got a lot of character too. It's got some key marks there. Okay, here again, this is a little bit of bigger points. Got one grown off, it's a little broken. Got some rainbows in there. Awesome. Look at this big bad boy. I think this is one of the ones that you'll see in the video. I think Paul's the one that got this one. Can't remember. huge, huge point. It's like ice in there with some rainbows. Got a lot of damage, but it is still pretty cool. Pretty cool, and lots of rainbows in there. Sorry guys, the sun isn't out really today. It's kind of coming and going. Oh, there, now it's out. We can see some of those rainbows maybe in there. Look at that. There, rainbow. Yep. Awesome piece. Look at this interesting one. And then this big bad boy is the one that you guys saw me. I turned and just happened to look at the ground and I saw the profile and I was like, oh my god. Look at this huge point. It's all re-healed around the front here. So part of it came off. It almost reminds me of a hognose Herkimer. It's really huge. It's a couple pounds. It's a heavy piece. Some rainbows I can see in there. It's not, camera's not catching it, but still awesome point. Huge. Probably one of the biggest ones I've ever gotten. We're gonna get into some kind of clusters. Some really interesting. There is some Angelaria. If you guys can see it, let's see if we can zoom in. There is some little bits of Angelaria in this piece. Little white is the Angelaria. Cool little interesting piece. And for whatever reason, I can't get whatever that is out. We put these guys all in iron out. I don't use the oxalic acid. I'm a little scared to use that right now. Here's a cool little cluster on matrix. A little bit of matrix there. I probably could break some of this off and make it a little flatter. So cool little points. Very, very sparkly, especially in the sun right now. This cluster, I think this is one of the ones that Paul got. Huge point. This one has some Angelaria. See all the white. I couldn't get them all exactly white. They have a little bit of an orange still on the kind of the tips of them. I even soaked them in iron out a few times. I don't know. Did what Brian said to do, but they just didn't get all white. There's still a little bit of orange to them. Not as bad as what they were, but some Angelaria there. Just a little chunk. Thought it was pretty cool. Interesting little cluster. This one has some Angelaria on it. See that white with a little bit of orange kind of still on it. Maybe I put in that oxalic acid, but like I said, I'm not ready for that yet. There's see that Angelaria got a little bit more whiter on this side. It's a pretty cool cluster. Got this interesting one with some Angelaria. For whatever reason, The orange wouldn't come out of this one. It's still a really interesting piece, little point. This one, I'm not sure if that's adularia on it or not. It's a very interesting kind of a rock with little quartz on it. Thought it was neat, and so is this one. It's got like that same kind of coral-like appearance. I'm not sure if that's adularia in there or not. This one's a little bit harder to tell with these kind of pieces. And I got these really interesting. So here we're getting some of the better pieces. This one is a really interesting little plate. It is just all quartz. It's got all these little tiny points. It reminds me of like Druzy. So zoom in and you guys can see it. It is so cool. And like it's got this like gray, it had like gray clay in it. I tried to get it out the best I could. It was really weird. There was two pieces that had like gray clay. Here's the other one. So you can kind of see the gray clay still a little bit in there. This is an awesome piece too. A bit of rainbows. And it's got on all sides, so it's a floater. Super cool piece. Then we got, oh, let me zoom back out. We got this big old chunk. Very interesting, sparkly. I don't know if you guys can see it in the sun's coming back out. It is very, very sparkly. It is a huge chunk. It is awesome. I can like zoom in here. Let me see if I can zoom in and you can see. It's got like little crystals. But it's more like it's flat too. That's awesome. Super cool piece. This one's really interesting. Very interesting. Let me zoom in here. Again, it's kind of like that. Reminds me of like kind of like coral. I'm not quite sure, like I said, if this got adularia in here or not. But it's like really interesting. Clear points. Yeah, I just thought it was really interesting. And I think Paul got this one. This one is so cool. It's got the matrix. It's got a little bit of blue phantom, it looks like, in there. Kind of hard to tell. See the little gray in the base there? And a couple of them. This is such an awesome piece. It's got some blue phantom over here. So a little bit of gray in the bases. This is an awesome little chunk. It's got so many little crystals. And then it's just like on the base of quartz. Oh, it's got some adularia there. This one is an awesome piece. This is definitely display worthy. I love this one. So cool. And then you've seen me pull this one out in the video. Wasn't able to see very clearly when I pulled it. This one has blue phantoms. Love this one. Right on the surface I saw a little bit of a point sticking out, pulled it out, and oh, blue phantoms. I love the blue phantoms, you guys. Cool little display piece. I think I'll definitely be displaying this one. Just a very faint, almost like a gray phantom. They're more like a gray in this one. And then you guys saw me extract this one. I went over by Paul and pulled this bad boy out. This is the only one that I pulled out digging. Otherwise, I wasn't finding anything digging. I didn't have the luck. Everything was surface for me. Isn't this awesome? And like that orange is inside of the crystals, so it gives it a lot of character. Makes it look really neat. I mean, the camera does not do this guy justice. Everybody was like coming up when we were rinsing this off at the wash station there. Everybody was admiring this piece. I don't know if that's like smoky, maybe it's the most smoky quartz. I don't know. It's like almost like this blacky gray. Really interesting in this corner. And it's on matrix. It's got crystals underneath in the matrix a little bit. But this is like an awesome cluster. Definitely display worthy too. And Paul thought maybe there was like adularia maybe in the crystals, but I can't really tell. I know he asked Brian, we couldn't really tell, though it looks like maybe, let's see if I can get it to, in this tip maybe, there's something funky. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera. There's something funky in that tip that possibly could be. Yeah, but it's awesome piece. I'll probably display that. And this one too. This was one of the ones I found. You guys probably see me rinsing this one off. A lot of people love this one too, or rinsing it. It is a floater, so it's on all sides. It is awesome. A little bit of blue phantom, I think. It's got that like kind of blue speckles. Or unless it's another mineral, I'm not sure. So cool. That's another awesome display piece. And then we got some pieces with adularia, some smaller ones. A little bit of adularia down there at the bottom. This one's got a little tiny adularia on the bottom there and on the sides. Right there. Cool little cluster. Those little points. Got this one, the adularia right in the middle. Cool little point. Double terminated. This is the only piece where we have adularia inside. The little tiny point. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch it. See that little gold fleck in there? On the right, there's one. And there's two. See, there's kind of two in there. So this is, like I said, this is the only piece that we found that has it in there. Two little gold flecks. One right there, and then one kind of at the base right there. See it? Or maybe two there. So this is the only little piece. Super cool. A little bit of adularia there in the base of this little piece. A little tiny bit. And we got this little tiny one with a little bit of adularia at this point. Super cool little one. And then we got this little one with a little bit of adularia at this point. And then this little one that stands up perfectly. It's got a little bit of adularia there. Cool little display piece, and it sits perfect. A little bit of adularia there. So cool. And then last but not least, you guys will probably see this on the Krista Collector's video. He said that this piece was worth quite a bit because it is all engulfed in adularia at the bottom and is a perfect point. Perfect tip, everything sticking up from it. Adularia all on the back. I honestly did not know this was adularia at the time. I just kind of was surface hunting, thought it was cool, threw it in my bucket, and then Paul found it later and we showed the Krista Collector and he said that that's all adularia. I tried to clean it the best I could, but like it outlines still in orange. I've soaked it several times like you said to do. I just can't get it out, but it kind of gives it character. So you'll probably see me in his video, so go check him out. He hasn't posted it yet, so he'll probably post his video before I post this one. Just awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome piece. So this is everything that we got at the Hamilton Hill mine, the Eclipse dig with Brian, the Krista Collector. This was a private dig. They only do it every couple years, so go follow his page. So when he does it again, you guys can go.
Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification button to join us on our next digging adventure.